Okay. Hello, welcome to Entertain This, a discussion, a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. I'm Hayden. With me I have Mitchell.
Hello.
And Sir Thomas.
Hello.
Today we're discussing the finer arts and crafts of video games.
Because you wanted to.
Yep. I mean, Xbox just had an E3 showcase, or I don't even know if it's E3 or not, but they had a thing for Xbox coming out this year, next year, blah, blah, blah. So they showcased a bunch of video games, some of them interesting, some of them I think are just, let's get your money. But before,
Some of them are why?
before we discuss specifically what's coming out, I want this discussion to be more about what do you think the future of video games is. Tom, why are you more excited about Modern Warfare 2 than other games?
Because I like Modern Warfare.
Yeah, but what's different about this one?
It's the second one.
What is different in the second one than the Modern Warfare now?
They're going to get it right, hopefully.
Why are they getting your money?
Because I'm hoping they all listened to everything we said about the first one and Verdansk, and they went, all right, we got it. We're going to do that.
Okay, so
And they're going to live up to the prestigious title that was the original Modern Warfare 2.
when you play Modern Warfare, what do you enjoy and what do you want reciprocated and improved on?
What I want improved.
Yeah,
How much time do we have?
go ahead. You got a little bit.
I got a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as far as gameplay, we'll start with just the multiplayer because that's what everybody's just going to play.
Right.
Campaign is what it's going to be.
Right.
Definitely skill-based matchmaking needs to just go away.
Yeah, skill-based matchmaking. Okay.
It just get rid of it
All right.
because it's just stupid at this point. And telling us it's not real is an insult to everyone's intelligence. Weapons balancing, I think the easiest thing that they could do is do what Modern Warfare 2 did all those years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Every gun's overpowered.
Okay, so every gun you touch. You know.
I should just pick up a gun because I like how it looks. I like how it sounds. I like how it looks with certain attachments on it. And I'm just going to roll with that, knowing full well it is brutally effective against everything else.
Well, in all honesty, though, like a lot of these guns that they currently have on the current Warzone and stuff, nobody uses because
Yeah.
because
Because there's no point.
Yeah, there's no point in having it. So
There's guns I like from Modern Warfare I can't use.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's like I like them. They're aesthetically pleasing.
So gun balancing. Okay.
Needs to be addressed. If they tweak their movement speed to be a little bit more faster, like I guess Cold War style faster,
Mm-hmm.
not like the Vanguard,
Insane.
methamphetamine,
Yeah. Warp speed.
warp speed,
So
crap.
these are minutia gameplay mechanics that they could adjust, for the next game coming out. What about in the future? What do you think Modern Warfare could be 10 years from now?
I mean, at that point, we'll probably have like VR.
So more immersive capabilities, but is there anything as far as the scope of how the game's to be played?
well, I did read something about this next one, like when they do Warzone and all that. Everything's gonna be based off of one engine. All the companies that are mixed in with Infinity War and Activision
Right.
and all that, they're all gonna have a part like Raven Software stuff, but everything they make has to run along this same engine.
Which is smart, so they have to R&D against themselves for whatever update for whatever game's coming out.
Well, there's gonna be glitches, but you're not trying to mesh two engines together to make a game. So
Right.
And then break the game
Yeah.
completely. Or there's introduce this new gun. Also, it can kill you in 2 shots from any distance.
But do you want the future? Do you still want it to be a lobby kind of game where you pick a map, you pick your gameplay style, you get in, you kill people for 15 minutes, then you just rinse and repeat?
Yes.
That's how you always want Modern Warfare to be.
Yeah.
You don't want anything else, just the same thing. So where else can they go with this? I mean, if we keep putting out iterations and new generations of this game, what's the future of that? I mean, besides just playing the same game over and over
The
again.
campaigns.
So just campaigns are the only reason to spend money on it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing new.
That was what was great about the first Modern Warfares.
Right.
The campaign was awesome.
So just better story. That's
It took you a couple days to get through it, and then going through it on different difficulties because you got different things for doing it.
I agree, but I think that video games shouldn't be limited to what you're capable of today. I think that a sequel should feel like a true sequel in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
That if they have the opportunity and at least the means, they could plan for something in the future to come out where it is genuinely a more immersive experience. If it's VR, fine. That's what's in the future. Okay, we'll settle down and figure that out.
I could completely care less about the campaigns when it comes to Modern Warfare games.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I care about Warzone now because that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's become its own thing, and then just straight up multiplayer.
and
And
that-
Modern Warfare 19, their multiplayer maps from launch sucked.
Right.
They were not good. Did not have good flow to them. They just were. I mean, they were cool looking, but the map design itself for pitting teams against teams was poorly designed.
But, Warzone itself, that new Battle Royale method of playing competitively felt like a new generation of first-person shooter. It redefined the genre, and it kept engaging. It kept us going for years, So
Even to this day.
Well, I watched something that Stone Mountain was talking about the new. I guess it was like an article that was launched about it. The game coming out. They said there's possibility of like a sandbox mode where not for Warzone but for Modern Warfare where you can actually possibly create multiplayer maps that you release like they used to do with the theater or like the Forge.
Yeah, with Halo.
Where you can make them, and I think you can upload them to the community or whatever,
Right.
and people could play on them and stuff.
that's cool. The only problem with that is if everybody's doing it, I feel like the market or community is so waterlogged with all these intricate, original ideas that you just can't find anything good amidst all of the crap that's out there. Because Forge was like that. Like Griffball came out of Forge, but it was a diamond in the rough of a whole bunch of other stuff, that shouldn't exist.
Well, when they talk about sandbox, they're not necessarily talking about game modes, but just like people making maps how they want them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, still. So who knows? Mitch, what do you see in the future of video games? Like, what do you want? What do you hope for? What constantly disappoints you when you see the crap that comes out for this year, next year, the year after that you are secretly hoping would be better?
I mean, granted, I like superhero stuff, but like, I want a game like Batman: Arkham Origins that are not Origins, but Arkham Knight, like that big like city, open world city with that kind of detail. But I like multiplayer stuff. Like it, I like big open world with multiplayer and customization.
Like co-op or PvP?
I like PvP, but co-op, as far as like open world kind of things.
Okay.
PvP, I only really like playing like the first person shooters.
So how could they appeal to your specific taste when it comes to video games and improve upon it in the future for an iteration for a game? Let's say you're talking to the head of Warner Brothers Video Games right now, and he wants to make a Batman game to your taste, right? So what would you tell him that in the sky's the limit to make a game that would be like perfect to your taste?
Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
basically, like the Spider-Man game that you have this whole New York, cityscape that you can go through. I mean, you can go underground, you can go in some of the buildings. Why can't you make a 4-person co-op of Ninja Turtles like that?
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be kind of like Gotham Knights. They're going to have that whole city and have 4 people. But I mean, there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to just take a game and just add 3 more players to it. And I understand it takes a little more,
Sure.
For the computer specifics and all that. But that's what these next generation of games are supposed to be. Like these next generation of consoles are supposed to be able to handle stuff like that, right?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
so when are they going to start making stuff on those new consoles? That's what I want.
That's kind of where I'm getting into with this table discussion right here. Like I'm disappointed in video games because I feel like everything is predictable. I miss the days where a game would come out and it would just blow your mind. Like, wow, how did they figure out how to do this? Like you went from a lobby of 4 people in GoldenEye to 16 people in Halo, and like that was just phenomenal. And then the graphics and all this other stuff that were updated, the ability to add stats and figure out all the little retooling stuff of Modern Warfare and giant lobbies, and then of course Warzone, and have hundreds of people fighting against each other to be the best. And
You know what needs to happen?
what?
Ready Player One.
Sure.
Where
That's
now-
pretty much it. Yeah.
and I'm not saying like just everybody playing different, but everybody be able to customize their characters, kind of like World of Warcraft, but on like consoles as well. But have this big thing where you can make your character look however you want, and you could have a bunch of mini games or have like worlds to go explore or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
There's no reason that if you've got games like World of Warcraft that have been running for years on similar specific or similar things, just on it's a little bit lower graphics than modern day consoles, but
Right.
there's no reason you shouldn't be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
Now, granted, licensing and stuff to have like the Infinity Gauntlet as a decoration for your character and all that, but
the DeLorean from Back to the Future, Godzilla.
but there's no reason you shouldn't be able to have like a big hub where people could go and like their characters could dance together, or they could go sit and watch a movie. Like you hook up to Netflix, to where like that Netflix used to have a thing where you could all sit down and you had like little people in a theater, and that was your avatar. And that was fun to do every now and then.
Yeah. The problem is you're still limited on the scope of what you can do with those abilities. Like if you read Ready Player One, and the author who makes this it's called the Oasis and all that stuff, and he makes this hub of where people can meet in and then bring features from their favorite cartoons, movies, TV shows, video games, whatever. Like if you get the Infinity Gauntlet, or if you get a lightsaber, it does what that does from the movie in that game, and it doesn't defy all the physics and stuff like that, which works great in a linear theory of storytelling. But if you have, an immovable object against an unstoppable force from two different franchises in the same game, one of them has to be better than the other at some point. And so you that being
lightsaber superior.
That being said, also like the franchising aside, you can't have just this hub of just endless physics that makes things work for all games, and you bring everything to the pot. It's just they're going to showcase a little bit here and there, like Fortnite or whatever.
You didn't ask what would work. You asked what I wanted.
That's true.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
true.
care if it works. I'm telling you what I want.
And as a consumer, that's all that matters, is what we want, right? We're the players. We give you the money. You give us what we want. Okay? The video game industry is the most lucrative it's ever been. It's got the most people working on the best hardware that they've ever had in their life. And I feel like we are the most disappointed we've ever been in video games in our lives. And I wonder if it's because we're older, or if it's because they just can't. They've hit this ceiling of not being able.
What do we do now?
Yeah, So, here's what I like. I like expansiveness. I like being able to go everywhere. I like being able to do anything. I don't like limitations. If there's a door that's locked, I like having options of unlocking the door. Like D&D mechanics. I could pick the lock. I could break the lock. I could convince the guy with the key to give it to me, whatever. Things like that. If there's a building, and a gunfight breaks out in the building, I don't want just,
bullet holes that disappear after a few shots.
Exactly. I want chunks of debris to fall out of the wall. I want to be able to shoot the foundations of the building and watch it collapse, kind of thing.
And there are some games that, to an extent, you can do stuff like that. Like Rainbow Six is pretty good about it. Any kind of wooden walls that you shoot, you can blow holes in them, and then you can use that hole to shoot through, a sight picture. So,
and I feel like that's the future of video games that people really they deserve, and that's what they want, is the ability to go past the current physics and limitations of what standard games are.
Eventually, shooter games are going to become like a global conflict server game.
Yeah,
where it's you have people all across the world, hundreds of thousands of people. They're all playing. They're on different sides of a faction, controlling areas of a global map.
right, and the war never ends.
Slugging it out.
Yeah, and you just
For
log in.
domination.
You log in. You try and take your one little piece of the pie from this giant war. It's been theorized for a Halo game way back in the past. I don't know if
I thought I heard Halo try and concept that.
it was
in a
kind of like
conversation.
their sort of MMO, but I don't know if it ever got off the ground, where they would just have a never-ending battle, and you get perks for taking some of the battlefield and lose them, obviously, if it gets taken from you. So stuff like that, yeah. I think that would be, the future. However, I don't know if it's networking or money or what. I don't know why we can't be there.
And a franchise that would work well with that would be something like Star Wars. Just that, you have Rebels and Stormtroopers.
You have the Empire.
Well, because, the Halo franchise, nobody really wants to be the brutes and the jackals and all that.
Right.
So something like Star Wars, everybody could be, decent character. They're nondescript, but they're fun.
That's fair. Or you could just have person-on-person conflict in Halo, just like usual, or whatever.
Yeah.
So the flip of that coin is from the industry standpoint. You have options where you try and come up with a novel concept, and you pitch the idea. You try and put it on the best engine that exists and the best graphics, and you have your 3,000 member team, and you have some big company that dumps money into it, and then of course they give you a deadline. You have all this pioneering technology that you don't know how to use. You hit delays like everybody does, and then when the game comes out, it's not complete. So what do you do? I mean, people are going to be pissed at you one way or the other. What do you do? Do you take their money and then dump it back into the game like No Man's Sky? Do you delay it forever?
Well, that's what a lot of, kind of like the meme where, used to, you got a game, here's your cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays it's like, here's the buns. In like 3 more months, we'll give you the patty.
Yeah, right.
For $30 more, and it progressively keeps going.
And it gets worse and worse. If you look at
EA.
if you look at it's called Star Citizen, this debacle of a game that's been in production for 12 years or something like that. I think $600 million are put into it. They got A-listers like Gary Oldman and stuff like that at voice acting. The game's not out yet. It's not even really in an alpha, I don't think. I think it's still just, you can play it if you pay money.
It's like unplayable.
I don't know. I think you have to have an insane computer, and then it works okay, from what I understand. But there's no plan for that game to ever officially be released, and they just keep taking your money. The people who play it, they swear by it. Some of them believe in the cause and whatnot, but and maybe one day, 10 years from now, the game will be released, and it will be the Ready Player One of our generation or something like that. Who knows? But I just don't see it. I don't know what it's. I'm convinced that everything out there is just to lie to you to get your money, and then in not even in like the small finite text, but like in the showcasing that they put, it's more like, yeah, this is what you saw, what you got hyped about. Now that you've played it for real, it may not be what you thought it was, but it's still there, and it's just kind of like, well, this is crap. Like, what's that game that BioWare put out with the giant mech suits?
Anthem,
yeah. Right? That game was announced. Everybody's super hyped about it, bought it.
Because it looked awesome before it came out.
It's like you're flying around in Iron Man suits, duking it out, and it looked cool.
They bought it. Game was not complete to the point of like, some of the features in the trailer weren't there. The graphics weren't as upscaled as they were in the trailer.
Now, I did play it like, I think last year at some point, right before they quit like online servicing it.
Yeah.
And it was really fun to play for a little while.
And it got repetitive or whatever.
Yeah, it got real repetitive. But the graphics were awesome. Like, you would be flying through. If you flew through a waterfall, you'd have water droplets on your screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was really pretty, but yeah, it got repetitive real quick.
But they don't have any of that that long term keep you playing kind of mentality. Like a $60 game back in the day, you used to get
it was an investment,
weeks and weeks of time out of it,
years,
because it was an investment. Today, it's like we will get your money, you'll enjoy just enough where like you can't immediately go on the internet and start demanding a refund. Because there have been games in the past that have done that. Cyberpunk, for instance.
And at least for me, that's where stuff like Warzone keeps you coming back, because every experience is going to be a little bit different. You're never going to do the exact same thing.
Right. Everybody wants their story to tell. Like, wow, when I did that, this is what happened to me. Like, wow, I didn't even know that was possible.
You want that live open world if you're doing exploration games and stuff like that. But,
So I wonder if the future of video games, because I do think that there is something with this whole procedural generation stuff, where they create sort of an AI that develops the game for you as you explore. I just think that it's very limited today, and I wonder if the future will have something more to that, where you basically just create a current engine. I don't know how you would describe it. Something that like makes the game as you're playing it, and it'll create AIs and it'll create their dialogue and all this other stuff. I wonder if that's the future, where everything, like if you start on planet Earth and then you go this way in space, one direction, and Mitch, you go the other opposite direction. We just discover all sorts of different stuff, and our whole game experience is a completely different universe by the time we play for 30 hours or something like that. You know, I think that would be what I would want for the future. You meet some character that does something that, you know, you have to defeat or whatever, that's never even been heard of and anywhere on the internet because it doesn't exist but anywhere but your game, kind of thing. That's the sky's the limit, you know, dreams that I have for the future of video games. And, you know, I think if we quit spending money on loot boxes and graphics updates and gun tweaking and all this other crap.
Want that money.
Yeah.
Money.
That's just me. So.
Well, that's kind of like what was they calling that when the worlds regenerate as you're traveling to them? What was that called?
Procedural generation.
Yeah, that. Yeah. I mean, you would eventually there have to have something to where you have NPCs that do stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I know, but I mean, it's like how much would that take to get that there?
I don't know. I mean, we have like limited AI technology today. I don't know how you would incorporate that into a video game. And what if? I mean, sure. Well, yeah. Like, what if like one of those AI becomes self-aware and then like hacks your Xbox and takes over the internet? You know, that kind of thing. I don't know, but that sounds like like a crappy science fiction novel. But
that's a later problem.
From this gamer tag, ladies man X69.
Back in the world in 2033.
That'd be funny. So, yeah, that's my dream. You know. So that being said, let's talk about some of these games that are coming out this year.
None of them looked good.
You know, Starfield does seem interesting.
Starfield's about the only interesting one.
That's next year, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just sometime.
Basically, what I've seen is Elden Ring is going to be Game of the Year.
Yeah. Well, for this year, yes. This is all stuff that's coming out. So there's this Redfall game that they've been talking about for frickin' ever, and it's going to come out this year.
It looks like Outriders or Destiny Light.
Yeah. For you, it's like wizards versus vampires, and you're the wizards in the apocalypse.
Why can't I be the vampire?
I don't know. Maybe you can be. I don't know. But this is what article is this? This is IGN. So
I remember watching the trailer for that like a year and a half ago.
And it didn't seem that interesting back then.
And they had the same trailer
The
this
same
time.
trailer.
Look, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep. The gist is just the outlined abilities for the Redfall, blah, blah, blah. Deadeye-like ability from Red Dead Redemption 2 is an ability for one of the characters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can wizard slow motion.
Somebody gets a robot companion, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's more loot grinding, loot shooters. So all these indie games like Hollow Knight, High on Life, blah, blah, blah. Riot Games has got the League of Legends game coming out. I never got any of that stuff.
Nobody cares about any of the indie games.
I mean, the market's growing. I think it's just younger people that really get into it. I don't know why side scrollers are such a huge game, and none of people our age enjoy it. It's people who didn't grow up on side scrollers really enjoy side scrollers.
Because we've played enough side scrollers.
Yeah. That's such a weird thing.
That's all we had until what, like 2000 or
yeah,
so?
Basically, I mean, GoldenEye was technically the first, like, I could watch. Well, I guess Mario 64.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Or Star Fox or.
So 97, 98?
Star Fox. Yeah, something like that. So, you know.
Basically,
first thing
Nintendo 64 and on.
Pretty much. Plague's Tale, it's got a sequel coming out. Looks pretty good. It gave it a huge graphics update and all that other stuff. Microsoft Flight Simulator's 40th anniversary. You can fly a Halo-themed Pelican. There you go. Overwatch 2, if you care about any of that crap. Ara History, that's like a civilization if you're into RTSs. I'm not huge in RTSs. Elder Scrolls Online has got an update called High Isle. I played Elder Scrolls when it first came out.
I hated it.
I didn't like it.
I haven't played it.
I got it when it first came out. I played with Pez. I played with Brett, and I hated it.
Yeah, it was just go here, kill these 15 people, come back, cash in. Now go kill these 30 people, come back, cash in.
And then, 20 hours later.
You're level 2.
Yeah.
Fallout 76 has got an update called The Pit. we already talked about Fallout in the past, and we're not big fans of the 76 iteration, but I haven't played it at all in years, so I don't know if it's better or worse.
I don't have it still.
Forza Horizon is getting a Hot Wheels DLC, so you can make like tracks and do races.
That should just be for fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But they're kind of late to the party
I'd
because
try.
GTA Online did something like that like 5 years ago,
Really?
where you could just build whatever you want and launch cars into stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'd try it. I don't know if it's going to be a 1,000 gigabyte download or something like that. Vin Diesel's Arc 2.
Skip it.
What?
Yeah.
Not playing that crap.
Yeah.
Family.
Arc 1 was like Minecraft with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So Arc 2,
play that?
you guys didn't want to. And
I've played it before,
That sounds reasonable.
and that's why I don't want to play it.
the first one was kind of bad. So it's kind of seems weird that they're making a sequel, and the first one was kind of shoddily put together to begin with. There's this Scorn game. It's like this first-person shooter.
Corn?
Scorn.
Oh.
Corn.
Oh, porn.
You know what? Corn, the shooter.
you just shoot kernels at people.
You're just a big corn on the cob with some shoes.
You just pull an
And
ear
hands.
back.
Yeah. It looks like what's the dude that
Shoot somebody and cream corn comes out.
that Hellraiser, the guy that everybody like they made fun of that gory style in Rick and Morty
Yeah.
with the little
Nightmare on Elm Street.
yeah, but no, they had like a when they get the injection of the virus, and they get all bulbous and mesticized and stuff like that, you know.
I don't remember.
Oh well. Anyways, there's this gameplay Scorn for coming out, and it's just gore the video game. You pull your umbilical cord out of your gross body and shoot people with it, and stuff like that.
Think of the beginning of the Matrix where he like pulls the thing out of his head,
Yeah.
but instead of electronic machine stuff, it's just like
Humanoid.
inside of a body.
Like the Flood or something. Just,
Yeah.
rah.
Everything's gross. Like the gun's like some fleshy looking thing, and you shoot stuff out of it, and
Shooting
so
someone's testicles at people.
you're in some weird hell or whatever, and I don't know. So there's Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn, which is you get a flintlock pistol and an axe, and you can run around and murder people.
Okay.
I mean, it seems kind of. We saw the gameplay. It seemed kind of.
Hang on, I gotta reload. It's 2 hours later.
Yeah, right. Lightyear Frontier is.
About Buzz Lightyear.
It looked like a
No.
cross between like
It's a farming
Like
game.
I mean it looked like kind of like was it No Man's Sky,
Yeah,
but with crappier graphics.
yeah. It's like No Man's Sky with mechs and farming.
But it didn't even make sense that you're farming, but you never get out of the mech. What are you going to use the food for?
No, to sell, I guess.
So you can eat.
Gunfire Reborn. You get to play as cute animals and co-op, run around killing people.
In like PlayStation 2 graphics, it looked like just
Mhm.
prettier PlayStation 2
Just-
graphics.
Oh,
Just-
wow.
All these indie games, and these are all on Xbox Game Pass coming out.
Good for them.
Last Case of Benedict
they
Fox.
belong.
That's a side scroller, weird looking game. There's this like Telltale looking esque game as Dusk Falls.
Oh yeah, where it's like
It's like paintings.
basically it's like paintings, and then their action is like it fades to the next scene, into
Yeah.
the next, into it just keeps.
For us, it seems like old, like lazy animation, but whatever.
It is. It's lazy. 'Cause there's no
Naraka,
animation. It's just pictures.
Naraka Blade Point, some sort of stealth looking kind of game. And Grounded is finally getting released, so we can all watch Tom scream at spiders.
Oh,
yeah. Diablo 4, which will also be on day one Game Pass. I think that might be interesting. I
You weren't there.
I like dungeon crawlers.
No, I was talking about when you saw Diablo earlier, and the guy was just, you said that guy showed up, and he was just like,
Oh yeah,
Showing all the characters. It was like,
the hulky man.
that would be his quote.
Wolong is so
That looked interesting.
yeah. It's basically a they call it, what do they call those games? The Souls-esque or something
Yes.
like that, or it's just
But it looked heavily like
Pain.
Japanese mythology.
yeah. So Xbox is really partnering; they're hammering down with Japanese developers.
But see,
And,
games like that with that kind of detail and like graphics and stuff, I can get into.
mhm.
If the game looks very pretty and presentable, I can get into single player games like that.
Yeah,
That's why I liked Elden Ring. I mean, even though it is multiplayer too, but That's why I would play so much single player because it's fun to play and it's pretty to look at.
It does seem interesting, and
Art style really drives home whether I like a game or not. Even like my comic books, certain comic art I can't take.
Persona is getting released on Xbox. All these Persona games, which is interesting because those were basically Nintendo exclusives. So it's weird that Xbox is kind of closer to Nintendo than PlayStation. So
Chinese and Japanese. What are you talking about?
What?
Chinese and Japanese.
Sony's Japanese, man.
Yeah.
I thought they were Chinese.
Racist. All right.
You've been
Anyways.
canceled.
Oh well.
Yep. And then
Wouldn't be the first time.
Right.
And then, of course, Kojima, he talked about working with Xbox. So that's cool. The guy did Metal Gear Solid. And, he's been have his weird relationship with Konami after Metal Gear Solid 5 did what was that? Delivery simulator game that he did.
Death Stranding?
Death Stranded.
Norman Reedus takes packages.
Just runs around with a fridge in his bag.
With a baby.
with a berber. But it seemed interesting of kind of a game. It wasn't, I would say, his best. And but for Xbox to throw a bunch of money at him and say, figure it out, I'd be interested to see what he can crank out for Xbox. And then, of course, there's Starfield. So Starfield's got, we talked about it in the past on Monday's episode, but I think that there's potential for there. That being said, Bethesda, you just can't trust nobody. Can't trust
I'm a
them.
little less enthusiastic about Starfield now that I found out it's only single player.
Well, I'm sorry, Mitch. Maybe one day they'll have an update.
I just don't have the time to invest in a game of that broad of scale by
Yeah.
myself.
Well, I am. I'm going to.
Because the little limited time I have to play a game, y'all are online, and y'all are like, let's play this together. Okay, well.
It is fun to do cool video game experiences with your friends, where you can look and see Mitch getting eaten by a giant monster of some sort. And
He's going, help! And me and Hayden just standing going, wow, would you look at the tentacles on
I know,
that thing?
the detail in his blood coming out of him, but, stuff like that. So.
Man, you can see his veins like popping out of his head. How was I fell out?
Yeah, so those are always fun experiences.
And you
to have,
wonder
yeah.
why you get left to die. No, I can't make it back.
Mitch, you're literally about to run into me. No.
So, of all the games that were announced there, I think maybe Starfield might be the only one that's kind of pushing the envelope as far as something new and groundbreaking. And even then, it's not that new and groundbreaking.
Yeah. Well, kind of like the video that we watched that we were a few minutes ago that we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff that was announced, we already knew was coming out.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, any of the bigger games that were announced, it's like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
we know.
And they didn't show anything but a trailer that was like, okay, well, what's the gameplay look like?
It could be that they're suffering from still trying to get spun back up after COVID or whatever. I'm tired of hearing that as an excuse.
Yeah,
though.
that's everyone's
It's been
excuse.
2
now.
years.
Yeah, it's time for. I want to be wowed. I'm tired of being disappointed bitterly with everything that comes out. So
It's time to give us the old razzle dazzle.
I mean, when's the last time you were super happy with a video game that came out, Tom?
Elden Ring. Oh, sorry, you were talking about Tom.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, but you weren't expecting that.
No.
So, you're pretty easy to please. All you want is like 4 things for Call of Duty.
Let me shoot and kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's to this day,
They still can't do it.
I know, Vanguard was such a dumb game. It was such a
So
bad
was Cold
game.
War.
Yeah, Cold
The
War.
last
a
good
great
one
game.
was Modern Warfare 2019. If they had just left it as that with Warzone, it would still be
Yeah.
amazing.
So you would rather that be the only game? I mean, if you think about it from this perspective, if Warzone had never changed since day one, we might still be playing it, but we also might not. Whatever it is today.
I mean, if Modern Warfare introduced new guns on their own, like
Mhm.
they had, we have a new assault rifle, we got a new shotgun, new sniper, or whatever. Oh, hey, we changed some stuff on the map. We fixed some of this. We changed up this. We added this. We took this out. If it was just little stuff over time, where it's just constantly
right.
oh, there's a new spot.
They did that for a year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
And they kept us playing, and they got us.
Mhm.
They suckered us into the Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
We played that for a little bit.
That's what I was watching this thing. Like I said, Stone Mountain was playing earlier or talking about Warzone. He said there's almost 80 to 100 weapons. It's like, why do we need that?
That's way too many.
And I liked Verdansk when they would just add a new thing. Like they added when the zombie thing came up, they added the boat.
Yeah.
in that big open field.
Or expand the map.
Yeah.
Or expand the players. You
And,
know?
and then when they, I didn't mind it when they changed the thing from like modern day to 1980s.
Yeah.
Just to change the map around a little bit. It doesn't have to be the whole thing.
On the flip side of that, you have Elden Ring, which puts out a great game and then really doesn't do anything after that.
They just went,
Yeah.
here it is. Have fun.
And it was great until we beat it. And
There's not much left to do. You
Yeah.
know, I got nothing really like pawing me to come back. You know,
It's
I want
like we started New Game Plus, but we didn't care at that point.
Just 'cause
we did it.
yeah, and we were just flying through everything.
Yeah,
Like
we
you're
were-
so powerful at that point. So
We were looking at all the bosses like, remember us?
it took us almost a month to get to those first 3 bosses, and then we beat them all in one night.
yeah, we kicked the crap out of them in 20 minutes.
yeah,
Some of them
my
buy-
Nick.
It's like, oh, we're about to fight Renella, and I'm like, hang on, I'm fighting her right now. It's like, oh, Tom just went ahead and did it. It's like, all right, she's dead.
so I think that there's got to be a happy medium, a game that launches very successfully, but it also keeps putting out enough content.
No
to-
game's done that.
Not really.
No game has came out of the gate swinging
Mm-hmm.
with, here's a great, AAA platform game, 10 out of 10 ratings, epic everything, you love it. And then like 2 weeks later, it's like, hey, here's an update. We added a new map. Hey, here's this. We added this. And they just start flooding it with content. No one's done it.
Other than the repetitiveness, I have to say Destiny does put out a lot of stuff, but that's the problem. They put out too much.
They put out too
You
much.
can't even keep up with it.
Yeah, it's a full-time job essentially
Yeah.
to play Destiny,
And
and
it's Destiny.
and is it worth it? Like,
No.
do you want to work at the whatever that's coming? I don't want to either. You know, I want to enjoy something. Everything needs to be a feature.
Also, that's what so you got to find a happy medium. You can't put out too much content either, because then it's just like I don't have the time.
Right, right. And it's the same with like the whole gun updates, like challenges for Call of Duty. I don't even read that crap.
Like all the crap for like all these crazy camos. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
you got to do
screw it.
5 slide cancels with a knife,
Yeah.
and then switch to your secondary, shoot him in the left
Right.
eye only, and stab him in the foot before you stop moving, and then you get this camo. It's
if
like,
you
who
got
cares?
if you got gold or whatever,
Just
in
do
a
it
gun,
the old way. Headshots only.
If you got that in a gun, that used to be like, wow, that dude's pretty good. Today, you're like, you're a sad person, man. Like
You have
need a
way
life.
too much time.
You're either-
Especially now.
You're either a hacker or you
Like
just
the
need to-
Modern Warfare
yeah.
days, like even like the last one, 19, like that was, it was get kills while mounted, long
Right.
shot kill. It was, crouching. Like over time, if you used one gun, you'd get it eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I enjoyed it for the 2019 Modern Warfare because I just was really into shotguns and they were somewhat
great.
somewhat better. Yeah, better.
You
back
had,
then.
you had the 7.25.
Yep, and I enjoyed that. Now they have a whole
They
series of
nerfed them into the ground.
yeah, they're just useless.
And the sniper rifles.
Mm-hmm.
They literally
Yeah.
took it from everybody.
And just because everybody wants to just spray with their AR weapons and
Well, that's what some of the streamers that we watch. That's what they're talking about now. Is why snipe?
yeah,
Well,
There's no reason.
because a lot of the Vanguard guns, as long as you got a scope, you shoot faster and it's just as accurate.
And
Yeah.
you can, instead of shooting some guy 3 times with a sniper rifle, you can just mag dump him in
Yeah.
less time.
and you know
From
what
the
it
same
is?
distance.
You know, this is what it is it's because the majority of their players play those gun styles.
Yeah.
And in order to keep them relevant, they're going to promote them.
Uh-huh.
So you can't have if I'm a sniper or if I'm a shotgun guy, they're going to push me to the side. You know, I'm going to be the redhead stepchild player because they want to cater to their bigger
Well,
audience.
That's why they push people out of being able to camp, which with a shotgun you're going to be in a building and you're going to be trying to hold down that building.
Right.
And they don't want you sitting still up on a hill sniping at people.
Mm-hmm.
So, like even with Rebirth now, if they have a thing instead of the fire cell, every now and then they'll have like basically it's a whole map wide UAV for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
If when this goes off and you're not laying prone for like 5 seconds,
Right.
everybody can see everybody and what
and now,
direction they're
like
headed.
Ghost and Cold Blooded don't work if you're stationary.
Right. It's
So
like
dumb.
Well, I
So
thought
dumb.
somebody brought up a thing, and it was for the new Warzone where the loadouts you can't use overkill.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have 2 primary weapons.
that.
What?
Like you would have, let's say Hayden's the shotgun guy. He has a shotgun and a pistol.
Uh-huh.
Let's say I'm sniping. I have a sniper rifle and a pistol. Mitch has an AR and a pistol. Our other guy, he has a LMG and a pistol.
Well, there was one. There was one of them that had like you could use shotguns and pistols as like secondaries. There was one of the Modern Warfare or one
Modern
of the
Warfare 2.
yeah. Because I would be all right with having shotguns as like a secondary over a pistol, just because
It
they're
gives you that option indoors.
yeah. I mean they're it's not something that you can kill people from a long distance with.
Right.
but it gives you that little extra power, even if it shoots a little slower.
Well,
But-
I don't know. I just, like I said, they cater to whoever gives them the most money. And if it's all ARs players and stuff like that, the spray and pray, crouch canceling, whatever douchebags that play, they're going to keep giving them what they want. And anybody that wants a different kind of identity in a video game, if I want to be a different player and I want to have a different kind of identity and find something that works for me, the developers don't care about you because you're a minority. They're racist.
And I know,
Shotguns.
and I know this isn't like a Warzone exclusive conversation here, but another thing that Stone Mountain was talking about is they're going to continue the first Warzone for at least another year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the amount of money invested in
Of course.
But why?
servers.
Why?
So I know you're
Who's
excited.
going to play Warzone 1 if you have Warzone 2 out?
I know.
People who don't like Warzone 2.
Well, probably that's probably what's going to happen is like, if you don't like this one, you can just go to the other
Go
one.
back to play the old one.
Yeah, so and that's why I just
What
don't.
Warzone 2 should do is release theirs, but then also just have like a contingency, tell nobody. You're like, oh, it's all right. Then they just release Verdansk
Mm-hmm.
on theirs. It's like, you want to play Verdansk and brand new graphics?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You do.
Well, they said that
Dirty little players.
it's still going to be cross-gen, still on Xbox One and PS4. So it's kind of like, the graphics can't be that much better.
That's another thing. It's been what 3 years.
This will be 3 years, yeah.
3 years since the new consoles have come
This
out.
fall will be 3 years.
Why are we still caring about the old consoles? Like, I'm sorry if you don't have one now. You don't care
You're
enough.
poor.
You don't care enough about video games. You don't care enough about video games to
Yeah.
deserve a market towards
Yeah,
you.
if you're out there playing on your like original release Xbox One, it's like, stop.
So, but then unfortunately, there's still way too many of them, and their marketing team for all these video games like Call of Duty or whatever, they're just like, well, we can't ignore these millions of players, so screw the ones.
And their money.
yeah.
Well, and
so,
that's another thing he was talking about, is like the FOV sliders and stuff. That was supposed to be a thing.
mhm.
But then when you find out it's going to be on last gen as well, you can't do that because that game can't handle the frame
That
drops that
amount
it
of
would
frames.
take.
Well, don't be on last gen. I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you.
Well, no, they're saying they can't do that for the new gen because it would cross over with the old one.
Oh.
So the new ones can't have it either.
Okay.
Not for consoles. Only PC
So you
still.
have this special needs sibling holding you back, essentially. Thanks, old Xbox.
It's like you look over and it's like an Xbox 360. Look what I can do.
do it.
Start.
I don't know. So, do you guys feel super motivated about video games coming out?
No.
No.
This is
I mean-
a depressing conversation.
It is, isn't it? Doesn't it just frustrate the hell out of you? I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I'm looking forward to the Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
It comes, man, that's a side scroller like beat 'em up thing.
And
that's,
honestly,
like, old school.
I am too, because you're super into it, and just having a fun gameplay experience with you guys is enough for me. But
we can get our fourth with Evan. He
that's
can play.
true. That's true. He can be April.
Can I be Donatello?
No.
Dibs on Leonardo.
I already said Donatello. So
I'll be Raphael.
No, okay, well,
We already got this situated. We talked about
there you
this.
go.
so you're Donatello.
Yeah, we knew you were gonna be Leonardo.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's got swords.
But then you also got games like the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Besides that is the Gotham Knights, just because it's 4 players and it's similar to the Batman Arkham.
Yeah.
I like games like that. Like Assassin's Creed had the Assassin's Creed Unity.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun, but the only problem is when you played 4 players, it kind of limited you to a certain mission area.
Really.
Where like if they could have Assassin's Creed just like it is, like the modern versions of it, and add in extra players, that would be fun.
Yeah, and like I watched a really extensive video on Unreal 5, and they essentially said that this is going to be the engine for video games forever, because the problem with old engines is you could only render a field of view of your character from where he's looking, and what it would do is it would delete everything around you. And as you turn, your camera
Right.
would render everything before it popped in a frame. And the more players that you have that have field of views, the more you have to render, which keeps the engine working like overtime. But Unreal 5 has everything rendered at all times, so it's never a problem anymore. And they're like still tapping into what exactly this engine can do and why it's so powerful. And I don't know. some people just said they can't explain it. Like, so.
Who made this and how?
Yeah, exactly.
What, it's come from space?
That's what it sounds like. They're just like, we have no idea. And they're using the same engine for like CG in movies and stuff like that.
Just use your imagination.
So there's a little shining beacon of light in the future of video games. Maybe
Someday somebody will make something that's worth a thing.
Exactly. Maybe probably not this year. Probably not next year.
Hey, Fall Guys comes out on the 21st.
Yeah, that'll be fun. You guys got your games. I enjoy playing with them. So we'll do it. And one day I'll have a game that I enjoy that we can all play too.
No, the ones you like are single player.
Yeah, we gave you Golf with Friends.
That's true, but Mitch doesn't want to play it. I hate Call of Duty now, so life sucks. All right, well, that's it for this week's episode of special video game discussion.
Hope it rains all week. A little bit of biting cold.
Pop your collar.
Don't stump a toe.
If you got any opinions, or if you got any little bit of morsels of hope for video games in the future, reach out to Mitch at entertainthispodcast.com. Is that right, Mitch?
Yeah, if there's anything you're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Or
Give us
not.
hope. Shine a light on this dark and lonely time.
That's right. All right, well, goodbye.
Bye.